If Coron isn't already on your bucket list, then get a pen ready. You can consider Coron to be a smaller, quieter, and just as pristine version of El Nido. Just like its neighbor, Coron has natural wonders that defy logic and make you question reality. Swim through underwater mountains, visit hidden lagoons, snorkel over otherworldly reefs, lounge on baby powder sand beaches. The adventures never stop. As the north of Palawan has only recently made its debut on the traveler radar, you can consider everything beyond El Nido, Coron especially, as relatively undiscovered. In today's video, let us have a look at top 10 best things to visit in Coron, Philippines. At number 10. Hike Mount Tapias. You'll catch glimpses of Mount Tapias while you're out on the boats in Coron Bay and might wonder what's going on up there. You can find out if you're willing to climb a set of stairs that stretches 210 meters into the clouds. As you ascend, you'll pass plenty of fatigued travelers still with a smile on their face as each step gives you an even more gorgeous view of the island. At the top of Mount Tapia is a huge Christian cross that someone has actually been determined enough to carry up the mountain. The final view gives you an unprecedented glimpse down onto small villages, Coron Bay, and the layout of the islands that surrounds it. Totally worth the hike, just bring water. At number 9. Mcqueen Hot Springs. Can you handle super hot bath temperatures? Take the plunge into 39 to 40 degrees Celsius hot springs in Coron. The trick is to submerge your whole body at once and don't move a muscle. After a minute or so, your body will start to adapt and you will begin to melt into the experience. Visit the hot springs at night when the temperatures in the air start to drop. This makes for a more pleasant experience. Not only that, but Mcqueen Hot Springs for sunset is a pretty spectacular experience that gives way to twinkling stars and a bright moon against the dark sky. It just can't be beat. At number 8. Levines. Backpackers are usually on a budget and have to settle for painfully beautiful shacks on the beach. Well, Coron is stepping up the budget dinner views with a tortuously gorgeous high-rise view of the bay that captures sunset perfectly. Rough life, right? Vegetarians and carnivores will be treated to dishes starting at PHP 120 or $2.50. Levines is the go-to place to try various kinds of seasing that will leave you wanting more. From tofu seasing to beef seasing and even octopus seasing, it's a culinary adventure. At number 7. Banal Beach. Banal Beach is a small, idyllic white sand strip perfect for a day of tanning and splashing about in the cool water. Rather than reggae bars and guest houses, you have jungle forests and pre-packed picnics. Pack a bag full of snacks, beers, and water to make it an event. The beach is usually very quiet, which means there is more space for you and your photo opportunities. No matter if you're working with a smartphone or a professional camera, every shot turns out super Instagram worthy. At number 6. Wreck Dive in Busuanga Island. Just west of Coron Island is Busuanga Island that is home to an underwater wonder that divers just can't get enough of. In 1944, dozens of World War I Japanese ships were hit in an aerial attack, sinking their ships right off the coast of Busuanga Island. Here is where these massive ships found their final resting place. Plenty of dive shops offer these wreck dives where you can swim inside and around the ships, which are now covered in colorful reefs and eerie underwater moss. It's an adrenaline-pumping dive that is worth the hour or so boat ride to the site. At number 5. Bulllog Island. If you're ready to make all of your friends and family extremely jealous, then proceed to Bulllog Island. The sand is perfectly powdery and white, the water is a beautiful umber that fades from a clear crystal to a bright turquoise, and the scenery is what Instagram dreams are made of. When the tide is low, a fresh sandbar appears where you can take those coveted jumping photos that make you look like you're floating in the middle of the ocean. And, if that wasn't enough, the way the catamarans line up on the beach looks like something out of National Geographic. Bulllog Island is a must-see destination while visiting Coron. At number 4. Banana Island. Want to get romantic? Banana Island offers tons of romance nooks to cuddle up with your sweetheart. Cozy next to each other in an isolated bungalow hovering over the water without another soul in sight. Have your boo gently push you on the swing hanging from an old tree as your feet dangle into the water, or snorkel hand in hand and find little treasures for each other in the reefs. After you are pumped full of dopamine and love hormones, sit on the shore and watch the sun go down. Now, that's romance. At number 3. Underwater mountains in Barracuda Lake. Not only are these underwater rock formations totally mysterious, but also, they are set in an inland lake instead of off the coast with the rest of the crazy rock formations. Just when you thought Coron couldn't get more alien, it goes and does this. Barracuda Lake is an incredible dive spot where you'll whiz around the underwater mountains like you're Peter Pan, swim through layers of salt and freshwater that are clearly distinct, and hit warm patches where the water can reach nearly 40 degrees Celsius. There is no other dive spot like this in the world, so take advantage while you're here. At number 2. Kingfisher Park. You're going to do a lot of beach lounging and snorkeling in Coron, so why not switch it up for a day? Kingfisher Park is a mangrove and bird haven with tons of natural life to investigate. There are vegetation and animal species here that are specifically endemic to Palawan. In other words, you can only see them here. There are a few activities you can take part in, including the Mount Lunes Santo Trek and the Starry Night Tour. But the most popular activity at Kingfisher Park is to kayak around the mangroves to get a closer look at the wildlife both in the mangroves and under your boat. At number 1. Coron Bay. Coron Bay is where all the magic happens. This breathtaking maze of deep blue water winds around tall limestone cliffs that remind you of the movie Avatar. It almost doesn't seem real. There are multiple shipwrecks in the bay that have encouraged the growth of natural reefs. These reefs and the wrecked ships make ideal dive and snorkel spots. You can sign up for island tours that take you through Coron Bay while stopping at secret inlets, guiding you to the best swim spots, and visiting viewpoints that give you full perspective of the bay.